Good morning students and welcome to MTS Public School Mirzapur channel. This is Series 1 Part 2 video. In this part or section, we will be studying about history of computers. Before we move ahead, I would like to mention a quote by our former President of India, late APJ Abdul Kalam, who was also known as Missile Man of India. Excellence is continuous process and not an accident, which means excellence is not by accident. It is a process where a student, an individual or organization or a nation continuously strives to better oneself. Now, coming back to our today's topic, which is history of computers. Entire history of computer is divided into 5 generations. So we will see what was the key technologies used in each generation of computers. First generation of computers. This generation started in year 1946 and ended in year 1959, which is around 13 years of period. During this generation, vacuum tubes were used as electronic components. These computers were extremely big in size and occupied large space in computer labs. Computations performed through these computers were measured in milliseconds. First generation computers understand only machine language. With the time, so many kind of computer languages evolved, which we will be studying in later part of this series. You can see picture of vacuum tube on your screen. EDSAC, EDVAC, UNIVAC, IBM 701, etc. are some of the names of first generation computers. Major drawback of these computers was they produces lots of heat because of vacuum tubes. For your notes, you can write the first generation computers used vacuum tubes as the electronic components. They occupied a very large space and performed computations in milliseconds. These computers understand machine language. Example of this generation computers are EDSAC, EDVAC, UNIVAC, IBM 701, IBM 650, and so on. Coming to second generation of computers. Period for second generation computers started in 1959 and ended in 1965. Transistors were the key player in this generation, which replaced vacuum tubes. Due to this change, size of computer got reduced, which was great help for operators. Also, it produces very less amount of heat as compared to first generation of computers. It uses assembly language and batch processing operating system. We will discuss operating system in software chapter. As of now, for your understanding, it is a piece of code, a software which helps computer to boot and function as per user requirement. For data storage, in second generation of computers, magnetic cores and magnetic tapes were used. Here, have a look at magnetic core. This is used to store computer data, and this is magnetic tape. Again, this is used for storing data. Magnetic tapes always had edge over magnetic core in second generation, and for very long time magnetic tapes were used for storing data through computer. Its application in day-to-day life also increased when it was used for storing music. You might remember audio cassettes or video footage or movies which cinema hall used to play. IBM 1620, IBM 1794, etc. are some of the names of second generation computers. For your notes, you can write the second generation computers replaced vacuum tubes with transistors. They used assembly language and batch processing operating system. Magnetic cores and magnetic tapes were used as storage. Example of second generation computers are IBM 1620, IBM 7094, CDC 1604, CDC 3600. Now, coming to third generation of computers. Period for third generation computers started in 1965 and ended in 1971. In this generation, IC or integrated circuits kicked out transistors of second generation. ICs gave new dimension to computers as the manufacturing cost was low and size was extremely small. This made computer operation so easy that a single user can handle it because of its size. These computers were able to perform calculations in nanoseconds. High-level languages like Fortran, COBOL, Pascal, BASIC, Algo 68, etc. were used in this generation. Remote processing, time sharing, and multi-programming were also the key inventions of third generation of computers. Let's get brief idea of these. Remote processing is a concept implemented over network where processing is done on any other computer and result is sent to another one. Time sharing is a method of operation in which multiple users with different programs interact nearly simultaneously with the central processing unit of a large-scale digital computer. Multi-programming is actually running several programs parallelly on single system or processor. IBM 360, Honeywell 6000, etc. are some of the names of third generation computers. For your notes, you can write the third generation computers replaced transistors with integrated circuits. They performed computation in nanoseconds. It used high-level languages like Fortran, COBOL, Pascal, Algo 68 and BASIC. Remote processing, time sharing and multi-programming were the key factors of this generation. Example of third generation computers are IBM 360, Honeywell 6000, PDP, IBM 370, IBM 168. Now coming to fourth generation of computers. Period for fourth generation started in year 1971 and ended in 1980. In fourth generation, ICs or integrated circuits were developed to next level and they are known as VLSI circuits. That means very large scale integrated circuits. VLSI circuits having about 5000 transistors and other circuit elements with their associated circuits on a single chip made it possible to have microcomputers of fourth generation. Magnetic disks were majorly used to store data. Floppy disks are magnetic disks which have very less storage capacity like 3 MB. For your information, a high resolution photograph takes more than 3 MB of disk space. Hard disk is modern form of magnetic disk and a regular system these days comes with a hefty 1 TB of storage. Apple I, Apple II, IBM 4341, DEC10, etc. are some of the names of fourth generation computers. For your notes, you can write the fourth generation computers used very large scale integrated circuits. 4GL language was used in fourth generation. magnetic disks were used as storage device. Example of 4th generation computers: Apple I and II, IBM 4341, DEC 10, Star 1000, PUP 11, finally 5th generation of computers. This is the largest and still ongoing generation of computers. Technically, we are living in 5th generation of computers. Lots of changes have been done so far in computer technology. ULSI, ultra large scale integrated circuits, are used. KIPS, knowledge based information processing system, and AI, that is artificial intelligence, came into picture. In early period of this generation, magnetic disk with high capacity used, but now we are moving towards chip based storage devices, which are also known as SSD. So many programming languages like .NET, C#, Java, etc. introduced. WebSphere completely changed due to these languages and invention of computer cloud server. Though latest robots and supercomputers are examples of 5th generation, but human race is going to witness lot more in technology. For your notes, you can write the 5th generation computers used ultra large scale integrated circuits, artificial intelligence, and knowledge based information processing system were introduced. Magnetic disks were used as a storage unit. Latest robots and supercomputers are the example of 5th generation computers. Some of the key points which need to be at your fingertips always. You can note down these points too in your notebook. Father of computer, Charles Babbage. Father of modern computer science, Alan Turing. First non-programmable electronic digital computer, ABC or Atnasoft Berry computer. First general purpose electronic digital computer, electronic numerical integrator and calculator, that's ENIAC. First microprocessor, Intel 4004 or Intel C4004. First commercially available computer, UNIVAC or Universal Automatic Computer. So class, this is end of series 1 part 2. We will see you in next part. Thank you and keep exploring. More you explore, more you learn.